Hi, my name is Natalie Rose Blanco, and I'm going to be talking about the National Early Literacy Panel implications for EEC 3400. I researched a lot about this, and through the chapter 8 in the book, and through just watching the video about how reading really does affect a child's future. And if they are not able to read, they're not able to live a successful life, which is very true. And so some of the things that I found were assessing their phonological awareness skills is able to determine whether or not they're going to be able to decode text. So it's very important to teach children phonological awareness, to teach those skills, to have alphabet knowledge, print knowledge, to know that sounds make certain letters and so on. And that's going to be able to help them be able to read and to blend words together. And so it's very important. Some of the strategies I can use in my job today, I'm a music teacher, but eventually I can help my nieces and nephews. I tutor right now too, and I'm tutoring a kindergartner who's having a struggle in sight reading, in understanding sight words or reading sight words, and then also blending words, blending sounds and letters together to form a word. So she knows the sounds of the letters, but she doesn't know how to put them together to make a word. Like, she'll know cat or bat and like simple little words like that, but she should be knowing a little bit of bigger words, like a broader vocabulary. And so I can use these tools such as dialogic reading. Also is very important. Asking the child questions, WH questions are open-ended questions so that they can talk about the story, and it's not just limited to answering a question. It's very important to have child be talking and increasing their oral language skills. So it's super important. Another thing that I found very interesting is encouraging parent involvement. Parent involvement increases oral language skills in children, so it's very important for you to encourage the parent to be involved and in helping their child and just reading and enjoying literature with the child. Because if the child sees that the parent enjoys reading and literature, and then they will enjoy it too, and they'll see the importance of it. Not to stress out the child. Don't make them feel bad for not knowing something. Just continue working with them. Practice makes perfect. It's very important for them to practice those skills. So I tutor this young girl, and I'm going to do these skills with her, and I'm going to encourage the mom to do them as well. Since I see the mother when I tutor her, and the mother seems to be very involved in her daughter, which she's wanting to know what to do with her, how to help her. Kindergartners are taking tests nowadays, like SATs at kindergarten age. I never used to take that at my age. I don't agree with SAT scores and SAT tests for young children, but to be able to help them pass, you need to work on these things. They need to know a certain amount of knowledge in reading to be able to pass those tests. So it's important to be doing this with your child to increase that parent involvement and interaction with their child, because that really helps their oral language skills, and it just helps them grow and gain these early literacy skills so that they can be successful readers and they don't have to struggle during the higher grade levels. Another thing that I thought was interesting, teaching parents to do dialogic reading with their children, teaching them these strategies to do with their children is super important so that they can do it. And it doesn't just like happen only in the school or the teachers doing it with the children, but it even goes on into the home. So it doesn't end, like their learning doesn't end when they go home, or their learning doesn't begin when they go to school. It can start in the home. It can start at a young age. It's important to talk to babies at a young age. It's important to be talking to them and reading to them even when they're babies and they don't understand what you're saying. They learn those words and they create those neurons, and the brain is very complex, and it's important to, even as a baby, like they make all these connections, and if you don't increase the use of those connections, then they'll just die away. So it's important to do that. Dialogic reading, shared reading is another one of them. Increasing alphabet knowledge by showing them the letter and telling them the sounds. It's important to show them because children learn a lot visually too as well. And for alphabet knowledge, you should show them like A is for apple and tell them to repeat it after you, and so they gain the connection that what the letter A sounds like and the sound that it makes, and how to blend those eventually, you know. So yeah, I want to be putting these into my practice while I tutor. I think it's important, and also while maybe even as a music teacher, I use a lot of songs that have to do with the alphabet or animals and doing animal sounds, and just that have to do with like oral language and increase oral language skills, what I'm doing, because they're singing. And so and they're singing these new words they don't know. I do it from ages 1 to 5, so I'm doing it early on, and the babies love it. And it's important to increase, you know, music and nursery rhymes, because that really helps increase early literacy skills, and it's easy for the child to remember and to, you know, remember throughout their lives. So yeah, this was my video, and I hope you enjoy it, and bye.